This game launched for mobile on the 30th of December. For all the fairy tale fans out there, I hope that you are as excited as I am, as this game will feature both characters and voice actors from the anime series. For me, I can't wait to see what's in store for me in this strategy turn-based RPG game. Taking a look at the opening sequence, the character design is more of a bite-sized version of their original self, but let's not let that leave a negative impression, as this is just but one aspect of the game. Without further ado, let us jump into the game. As we click start, we are treated to another animated sequence, which seems to be a continuation from the opening sequence. Right after, we are taken to a battle scene which is going to serve as a tutorial. At first glance, the controls seems to be straightforward and simple, where you choose the skill or magic that you would like to use while selecting an enemy to attack. After a while, it doesn't look like there is much strategy involved in this game, as there isn't features like elemental counters which is commonly found in other strategy games. This doesn't even feel like a tutorial, as it only instructs you to use a specific skill without any explanation as to why you are using that skill. Given that this battle tutorial is quite long, I'm going to just cut straight to the next part. Next up, we are shown 8 heroes, each having 2 to 3 specializations. Out of this 8, we are supposed to pick one as our main character, as well as select the specialization of our choice. For me, I personally prefer playing a ranged character, and so I decided to pick this guy here with a gun as his main weapon. And with that, our story begins. Our hero is seen consulting with a prophet or fortune teller about his future, and the opening sequence seems to be something from the future, with our hero being part of the team of S-class magicians. Story can be easily progressed by using the auto-quest function. You'll be brought from location to location and objective to objective. After about 4 hours into the game, majority of the time I was using the auto-quest function to progress in the story, as well as in the completion of the daily events and objective. Although this is a very convenient feature, it does take away the fun in exploring. In addition, the lack of strategy during the battles has left me using the auto-combat function almost all of the time. Even after recruiting a few assistants who are characters of the franchise, their actions in battle are still controlled by the AI. The level of control available in battle is limited to the team formation, its members, our hero, and our Mystic Beast. In terms of character development, we are only able to enhance our hero and the Mystic Beast through equipment and skill enhancement. Our fairy tale assistants are limited to increase their strength through the collection of their corresponding cards, which in turn increases their bond level and their stats. There isn't a lack of things to do on a daily basis, as we have a wide variety of daily events, although some of them might be time-gated or even level-gated. But despite the rewards given for completing these events, it still feels like a very grindy and very time-consuming process, although we could simply complete these events by using the auto quest and auto combat features. There are a couple of features that I'm impressed about and I feel is worth mentioning. The first being the ability to get married in-game and together with a spouse build a homeland. The second and most interesting one is actually the player's market, where players can freely sell their hard-earned loot for gold coins. The only downside to this is that the gold coins can only be obtained by exchanging the premium currency crystals or by selling an item on the platform. For a free-to-play player like myself, it is a high barrier to overcome in order to be able to use this feature efficiently. The first being the need to gather items that are in high demand to sell, to earn the gold coins needed for trading. The second being that crystals are not given out easily. Throughout my 4 hours of gameplay and being in the midst of chapter 6 in story mode, I have not yet received crystals or gold coins, for the matter of fact, as part of my rewards. This gives the impression that the crystals are only obtainable via in-app purchases. There are a lot more features available in this game, but as this is just a first impression review, I won't be talking about all of them. Overall, this is what I think about the game. The upside, this game is great because of the characters from the franchise as well as the voice actors from the anime series. Not to forget the features that I mentioned before, with of the ability to get married in-game, build a homeland with your spouse, as well as the player's marketplace, which I'm very interested to see how that plays out. But on the downside, there's a limited use of strategy in battles, as well as limited character development. As a result, working my way through the story or even clearing the daily events starts to feel a little bit like a grind. In addition, the lack of a 2x speed or a 3x speed function in battle actually makes it feel a little bit more time consuming than I would have liked it to be. In summary, I would only suggest for fans of the franchise to play this game, as it will be a chance for us to experience the world of Fairy Tail. As well as not to forget that at the time of this recording, the game has just launched and they are giving out a lot of freebies, including a double S rank Ursa. Players who are not fans of this franchise. If it was me, the downside that I have mentioned above would have put me off from this game. However, if you are an extremely competitive type that love to vie for supremacy on the leaderboards and are willing to spend a little bit of money in-game, then sure, have a go at this game. But otherwise, I wouldn't really recommend investing the time needed to play this game. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it informative, please subscribe and click the bell. I'll continue to bring you gaming related content, including new game reviews similar to this one.